What's good, guys? I hope all is well. Welcome to a different kind of video. I actually saw The Beekeeper early. I'd like to show you guys the ticket I got and how it looks. It was pretty cool. I had the free popcorn and soda too, but I forgot to ask for that part of the ticket. But I'm gonna show you guys this one. But I saw an early screening of The Beekeeper, and it's Jason Statham, great actor, especially when it comes to fight scenes. He has great fight scenes, and I'm going to go straight to the point. This film is not short of action, and it's signature Jason Statham. The problem I've always had with Jason Statham is great actor, but he doesn't try to do something different. He's literally the same character every movie. It's crazy. He's the same guy as I can't remember if he was Hobbs or Shaw. I think it was Hobbs in Fast and Furious, right? In the poker film that he was in, that poker thing he was doing or whatever that was. Every film he's in, it's always the same. He's always the same character, and it's no different here in The Beekeeper. But yeah, he's literally a beekeeper. But basically, the premise of the film is he's a beekeeper, but then it's also a nickname for something he used to do. He's retired, where it's like you keep order in society, where if things are a little too hectic, then it's an issue. This is a spoiler-free review, by the way. That the country's not heading in a good direction, and it's because his friend that he knows got defrauded by all her life savings, basically $2 million. She lost, giving it away because she thought she had a computer issue. It's a phishing scam. Please don't click on crazy links, and make sure you speak to someone who's actually from your bank or wherever you're with. Make sure you can actually trust the person. But you can't trust anymore. People always trying to scam you these days. But basically, she ends up offing herself, and he gets upset about it, and he's trying to find the people who did it. And it just keeps going up and up and up in terms of the powerful people he's going after. That's basically what it is, a revenge film. I want to tell you that, think about it as, in terms of action, think about it as like it's John Wick light. It's like there's action all the time. The plot is nothing too crazy. But there's action all the time. The start of why there's this crazy amount of violence and all this deaths, the body count, it's a little more serious. It's not as crazy as like in Nobody or John Wick, where Nobody is for a Hello Kitty keychain or something like that, and then John Wick is for the death of the dog. Here it's something that's understandable, and there's a part in the film where they say something like, oh, the two kinds of people you should never take from are like the elderly or newborns, like babies. But it could be worse for elderly because they might be the only ones that are fending for themselves while a newborn has a kid. Very interesting saying. There's some cool, memorable stuff in the film. In terms of action, I'm not going to lie. I saw a lot of kills that I've never seen before. A lot of things. It's weird. It's very graphic, but the graphic parts of the film don't last so long, where you're like, cringe for too long. You're not. It cuts off pretty quick, but you know what's going on. I don't want to spoil, but the character, and I'm not going to spoil, but the character that Jason Statham plays, which is, if I recall correctly, his name is Adam Clay, right? And the character has a very strange collection he starts getting. And it ends up actually making sense towards the film and advancing throughout the film and getting to his objectives and what he decides to do. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's awesome. But basically, it's very interesting because there's a lot of analogies to bees in this film, where you'll see it. They pull out books about bees. You learn a bit about bees, and it's very integral to the plot, where it's like, so he basically keeps society in check, but he's retired, but he kind of came back because in the film they say, oh, bees are willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Then it's also something like, oh, the queen bee, she could be offed, or her kids could be offed, erased from existence if like the hive feels like the son or whoever is not gonna benefit the society, or she didn't give birth to a good enough heir, and it becomes interesting here. And I don't want to spoil exactly what's going on, but you see that the character does something by himself. He's literally a one-man army. This guy's like taking out groups of people, the military, not military, but like government people, like all kind of people. And it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're like, what the freak? It can't get any higher, right? There's no way one man can do all this crazy stuff. And it gets to a point where like he gets pretty high up there in terms of quote-unquote elite the elite or powerful people, and it just makes you wonder, like, yo, this guy must be on a suicide mission. This guy's out of his mind. I'm telling you, you guys will, you might enjoy it. Definitely if you like action a lot. It reminds me of Nobody, John Wick, but light, like I said, not too much on the action, little lighter on the action, pretty good there, pretty brutal, not as much as those two films where it shows the gory graphical shots for very long. But I think you guys will enjoy it. So in terms of action, I'll give it like a 8.5 out of 10. The plot, nobody really cares about plot no more these days, right? I'll give it like a 7. The suspense, I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. You'll never really guess what happens in the film. So I give it the Platinum King certification of definitely worth buying on DVD when it comes out, Blu-ray. It definitely might stream on Amazon Prime. I wouldn't be surprised because MGM is owned by Amazon. And I think it's definitely worth watching in the theaters. So you should definitely watch it, So I hope you guys enjoyed this different kind of video. I might not do this very often. This is the first time I've ever seen a screening in person. Even the director was there. The director, what's his name? David Ayer. Yeah, I actually saw him. All these directors look the same. They just got glasses and they look all nerdy and stuff. Pretty cool guy though. You can tell he's passionate about the projects. Definitely cool 2 hours of the film. You'll definitely forget that you're living life and you're invested in the film because it gets pretty interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoy the film. Please let me know what you guys think of the film in the comments below. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care, fam.